Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. It is me, it is I, it is she, it is her, it is thee. It is who? It is Rosie Rosette 2020 Pal. How are you guys doing today or this evening? I am doing okay, but my voice is kind of different. Anyway, okay, so let me tell you a story time. So, yesterday, or someone, day before yesterday, sometime, anyway, got off work, right? Text my son, oh, I want to, because usually I love Panda Express, right? So, I was like, what do you want, Panda Express or Chipotle? He was like, Chipotle. I was like, okay. I asked him what he wanted or whatever. Okay, fine. I go there. This one guy, so it's three people in the front. This tall white guy, this short Asian girl, and this beautiful, beautiful young lady. Okay. So white, Asian, I think the girl was Mexican. All right. So, you go to Chipotle, and the first thing, what do you want or whatever, I tell him, I want the burrito and a burrito bowl. Okay, so he puts on the stuff. He's just like putting it. I was like, oh, can I get extra? Because someone told me, a manager told me, you can really fluff out, your either burritos, burrito bowls, by requesting like more rice, more beans, more corn. The only thing that costs extra, three things: guacamole, sour cream, and meat. If you ask for extra of those, then it's going to cost more. But anything else, you can be like, oh, can you put a little more? Can you put a little more? Okay, fine. So he had flipped, the burrito for my son, but it was huge. He put tons of stuff on it, so he couldn't close it because it was his first day. Okay, I get it. So I told you there was three people standing in front. So then the short Asian girl, she was like, don't worry about it. I got it. And I was like cheering. I was like, oh, yeah, you go, girl. You go, girl. You go, girl. Right? All right. So then, she finishes. She, curls up the burrito, and then she puts the foil on. Okay, fine. Then she goes over to the register and starts to ring it up. And I didn't even trip. I was like, oh, okay. Looking at the price or whatever. Okay. And then I couldn't get my card to go. I wasn't doing it right or something like that. It went through. It went through. But, they have like a long strip, and then they have something that push in or whatever. I was trying to do the long strip, whatever. So she came around, touched my card with the same gloves that she had made the burrito, right? And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. So then, I got, paid for it. And then instead of her taking off the gloves and washing her hands and, starting back, she goes from me and then she goes back around because she finishes the transaction with me. And then she goes on to make other people's food after she has touched the register, touched my card, and then she goes back. This is the one in Fremont. So I was like, I just stood there like, oh, no, 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 no. So I'm like, I asked the pretty tall girl, and I was like, she's not supposed to be doing that, right? She was like, what? I was like, she just did the cashiering, made the burrito, didn't change her glove, transfer, and then she went back without changing her gloves to go work on the food again. She's like, oh, well, do you want, okay, we'll make your free food again. I said, but that's not the point. I mean, that is the point. You're going to have to do that anyway, but no, she's not supposed to do that. So she came because she kind of could hear me talk. And then she was like, oh, but I don't touch the gas. No, that's cross-contamination. You can't touch the food and do cashiering without taking off the gloves or whatever. But no, not only did she touch the food, did cashiering, she went back to do some more of the food. And I was like, oh, no, 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 no. And the pretty tall girl was like, well, we'll just make you another burrito, But I didn't tell her to take off her gloves and go wash her hands. No, she didn't do none of that. No. So the girl kept saying, we'll just, what do you want? We'll just make your burrito. Listen, you don't even know the policies or what. I was like, you guys can get shut down for that. And this is in the middle of a pandemic. I said, oh, no, no, no. So I was like, let me speak to the manager. Because she kept saying, well, you want us to make the burrito? Just, very dismissive, right? So she was like, okay, fine. And then, no, she says the manager's not here, but, he's in charge. I was like, okay, fine. So she goes back, she talks to him, and then she comes back to me. She was like, okay, so do you want us to make another burrito? And I was like, I asked you to speak to a manager. She was like, yeah, well, he's going to tell you the same thing. So do you want to make it? I was like, look, I didn't ask you your opinion, what he was going to say. I asked you to speak to the manager. So she has an attitude. She goes back and he comes. And I was like, what is really going on here? And he was like, oh, yeah, they're new. I don't care if they're new. We are in the middle of a pandemic, and you can't have people touching the food, doing the cashiering, coming around, touching my car, and then going back around without taking off their their gloves and washing their hands and helping the other people with the cross-contaminated gloves because you touched my card and the computer. I said, oh no. He was like, no, you're right. You are completely right. And I was just like, and then he was like, well, and then he asked, do you want us to make your, yeah, you think? So I was like, you need to give it to me for free. He was like, is that what you want? Yes. I just had to beg her to talk to you. Just witnessed you guys are doing some stuff that could be, shut you down or whatever. You think I would want it for free? Don't you think you need to offer it to me for free? Anyway, so he was like, okay, she's going to the tall one. So she had an attitude. I said, oh, no. I said, no, she can't. She can't do my food. I said, I went over to the white guy, the young one who, it was his first day, the tall guy. I said, I want you to remake that video. And then he's like, So, he goes over there. I was like, I don't want her touching my food because I don't want that evil spirit transferring from her to my food. You guys have to really be careful about who makes your food. They have evil spirits, or if they don't like you or whatever. I'm just kind of funny style about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go to somebody that I don't like and eat at their house. It's just not. I'm not even going to their house, much less eat the food. That's just not going to happen. Anyway, so the white younger guy who was his first day, he made the burrito, but he couldn't close it. And I was like, I said, well, baby, just do your best. I'm not even gonna, I just don't want her touching my food. So thank God, another black woman came in, and she had the uniform on. I was like, are you the manager? She's like, no. I was like, well, can you please just finish that burrito? Because I don't want her touching it. Because, yeah. And so she started laughing. She was like, yeah, I got you. So, she went over, washed her hands, and put on the gloves. And then she was able to wrap the burrito the way it needs to be wrapped. The pretty one, I don't want you anywhere near my food. Actually, I don't even think I'll probably be going back there, due to the fact that she was just evil. You know what I'm saying? Just evil in the fact that, all she was trying to be dismissive. I'll make you another burrito. Not, oh, yeah, we're not supposed to be doing that, blah, 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 blah. No, I'll just make you another burrito. Okay, fine. I don't know how this happens with me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. By then, it was like 10, 15 people in line. I don't care. I don't care. We're in a pandemic. And even before a pandemic, you're not supposed to cross-contaminate. You didn't see contagion? Like, oh my God. So if I get sick, something, it's Chipotle's fault in Fremont on Oswell, something. It's just nasty, though. It's, that's something that, and they said, well, so I called the next day to the manager. She was like, I said, you guys get shut down for that. She was like, well, the health department just came and they gave us a 98%. They wouldn't if they knew, if they saw you guys cross-contaminating, gloves with food and everything. No, you wouldn't you would probably have a close until further notice or something like that. No, you definitely wouldn't have got a 98. You would have probably got a 68 or a 58. Because that is against the rules, especially during the pandemic. Like, ew. And that little attitude that girl had. But now, the guy, he was really nice. I'm telling you, girl, he was putting that stuff on. You can tell he was new. Because, when they're old, they're trying to give you like 3 pieces, maybe 5 pieces of meat. You know what I'm saying? But the new one, he was just like, I was like, okay. I see you. I want you to make my burrito. I want you to make my burrito bowl. But to me, burritos wasn't even really all that good. I'm telling you, the best to me, The best place in America to get a burrito is in San Francisco on New Mission, or in Oakland on High Street, High and East 14th. That little truck on the corner. Ooh. Or on Fruitvale. Yeah, Oakland has some good spots to eat. Oakland and San Francisco. I live in San Jose, and the food is horrible down here. Absolutely horrible. But that's understanding if I grew up in San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they don't have. I thought, because there's more Mexicans down here, I thought they would have better Mexican restaurants, but it's not the case. At all. At all. I still haven't found a Mexican restaurant that I'm just like, oh, this is it. No, 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 no. But anyway, deuces. Bye.